This robot is delivering food right now. And I think it's waiting for a time to cross the street. While everyone else is crossing, it's reading this sign over here. And let's see if it crosses when it says walk. Does it need me to push the button? There you go. It's starting to cross when it says walk. That's the type of tech that we're seeing here in Miami. One of the companies that we've talked about in the past that seems to be in the robotic space for serving meals and Uber like this is Serve Robotics, and they're invested in by NVIDIA as well as Uber. But just recently, you got to ask yourself, if this is a type of company that's starting to come out, what are the other companies that aren't in the public view that most likely are operating at a much higher scale and a much higher frequency than what we're even aware of? And that's when it comes down to some of these other companies. If we drop into robotics here in our watch list, one of the companies you got to take a look at here is Symbotic. This is a stock that has sold off down to about $22. It's at this previous support, and we're going to go into some of the trends. You can see this support right here around $22. The interesting part about the company is if we take a look back to, let's say, into earlier this past year, you could see, let's get a full view. They IPO'd back here in 2022, sold down, had a peak of about $64, and now they're at this previous support here. What does this company do? Well, the market, first of all, is expected to grow. It's around $5 to $8 billion right now. But this market of robotics for delivery of goods or organization of goods is expected to grow to the near term. We're talking near term to the billions, hundreds of billions of dollars pretty easily. You could already see them operating in warehouses like Amazon, stacking product. But this company is called Symbotic, and Symbotic stock is the backbone of commerce for some of the big commerce companies such as Walmart. So in Mexico and Central America, Walmart, Albertsons, CNS Wholesale Grocers, UNFI, and Target. Keep that in mind. And you might say, Will, that's a little different than the video you just showed. Well, it's kind of like if you see robots in people's houses, there's probably going to be way more robots operating to build products, for example, in company warehouses. Same thing is true. We're just starting to see some robotics go around the city, powered by AI, delivering food or delivering different products like DoorDash or Uber Eats. But what's even bigger is the inside warehouse robots that are delivering all the orders. This is what's allowed Amazon to grow. This is what's allowed a lot of Walmarts to start to streamline their delivery processes for their customers. So rather than having humans go and trying to figure out where they have to grab things from where, inventory, AI transforms this supply chain with the company Symbotic, because they're reinventing the traditional warehouse with an end-to-end system, leveraging a fleet of fully autonomous and AI-powered software. So you can take a look at the company, see how they operate. It's quite interesting. I've been following them for about a year now, and you can see they've been solving complex supply chain issues, AI-powered mobile robots, seamless orchestration by AI intelligence, so being able to visualize all of their storage and capacity and their inventory. And it says the innovation begins with imagination. This is just a small look at their website. They got some award-winning innovation here, and they have some recent articles in February. They reported their first quarter fiscal year 2025 results. Let's head on over to the financials. So there's three things we look at when it comes to these companies. We look at the markets, which I went over with you guys, and then we're also looking at the financials, the charts, and the news. So if we look at financials for Symbotic stock, it's one I've been following for a while. Again, they just reported December, so quarter 4, 2024. The revenue was $486 million. This is in just the quarter. Their net income was negative $3 million. But just to put some things in perspective, as they jumped into 2025 recently, like every other company, they signed this deal. It's a $500 million deal with Walmart. So $500 million, I think it's a 3 to 5 year deal to streamline the warehousing for e-commerce for Walmart. So you can see their earnings per share, they beat it by 900%. They're crushing earnings year over year. They're up 35%. Net income still down a little bit there. Year over year, 22% down. Net profit margins are up 10%. And they're just barely not profitable, just barely right there at 0.71%. I bet their next quarter, potentially, you can see their net income was positive the quarter previously, negative. They're starting to get above the water on the profits, so we could potentially see them net profit positive Q1 2025. So I really like that. It's speculation for me to say that, but I do believe that with where robotics are going in helping streamline processes, you see Apple moving all of their manufacturing to the US. Do you think humans are going to do a lot of the work? I don't think so. I bet a lot of the manufacturing is going to take place by robots. So we're talking manufacturing. We're also talking about supply chain. This company builds and operates automated warehouse systems for clients in the Canada and US regions. So they're more warehouse, but that's a part as well. Warehousing goes hand in hand with manufacturing. So I can see them getting some more partnerships. When it comes to their financials, a little bit of room to improve on getting profit margins positive consistently. We saw in September they were positive. Let's see if we can get that operating income and that net profit margin up even more in the next quarter. That would be potentially good. Their potential in the industry is growing fast. Their overall market cap has been going up relatively fast since they IPO'd. They're up to about $13 billion market cap. So getting up there. When it comes to their technicals, what I would imagine here, this is the support line. It's not the best support because they have broken through it right here. You can see they could potentially sink to $17. That's quite possible. There is a pretty strong support where it's at currently. The thing to note is it's below this 200-day moving average. So we'd like to see it break above. Started off bullish. It was bullish in 2024, most of 2024. But as we started to get into late 2024, that second half of the year, they sold back down, pushed up, beat earnings, but continued to sell off, beat earnings, and they continue to sell off a little bit. So their financials look good. The news for the company, the partnerships that we see are good. The thing that we do notice is that they're just not holding the technicals quite well. You do see the RSI and the MACD looking a little oversold, possibly indicating more of a buying opportunity. If we end up trading this at some point in the next week, we might be looking for a move similar to this, about a 46% increase that we've seen from that $20 range up to that $30 range. There's also this level to consider if you decide to try and trade Symbotic. See the support here, support, resistance, and resistance. So potentially that's a swing we could see take place. We've seen it get rejected at this level numerous times, and it's right at where it normally bounces. So potentially would see this as an opportunity to trade Symbotic on the near term. This is a trade that historically this swing happens in a matter of a few days, possibly in one day, but we'll have to see what happens at market open on Monday. If you guys have any notes or things you'd like to cover in Symbotic, do feel free to leave a comment in the description, the comment section. If you guys have any stocks you're watching, right now I'm traveling a bit. We're currently in Florida, and we'll be going back to California here on Monday to start the week. We still are going to have our live session at market open. If you'd like to be there, Stockmate is our lifetime access or quarterly available, whichever one you want. If you want lifetime access to watch me trade live at market open, see my entries and my exits each day in the markets, then it's that second link in the description to check out Stockmate. Now we're running a sale right now that you can still get access to. It's set expiring for a little bit, but we're starting March. We're going to be shifting things around. We're going to be moving lifetime access to most likely more of a recurring revenue since you're getting access to watching me trade every single day. But for now, you get the lifetime access. One of the benefits for when you get into lifetime access, you're going to notice it works if you're trading while you're at your job, while you're on the go. Maybe you're driving to work. It's pretty early in the morning. But it works whether you're anywhere in the world traveling. We go live. It's accessible through the internet. So, of course, you could watch me trade from anywhere. But when it comes down to what's changing for lifetime access, right now, if you enroll in lifetime access, you get a free t-shirts when you join. So if you want a Stockmate t-shirt for free, we send it. I'm not wearing it right now, but I was wearing it yesterday's videos. You can get that shipped to your house absolutely free when you enroll in lifetime access for Stockmate. On top of that, you get access to our A to Z lesson library. So if you're just a beginner or you're an experienced investor, you'll learn from beginner basics down to the fundamentals, the technicals, and some of the more advanced investing strategies as well. And it's in there as well. And before I end the video, I have this beautiful woman behind me cooking. She's the reason why I'm able to do these videos consistently. And if you guys do enjoy, make sure to hit an extra like, smash button for Tammy, my wife, in the background. What should they do?
You will see at the beginning of the video that I was cooking and I was like, oh, he's not going to record videos. And then I go like,
I don't mind. I like to be raw and real. If you guys see anything in the background, if we're traveling, sometimes we're at the airport, people are walking by, sometimes we're at home in California and there's dogs walking by or cats walking across the screen. It's part of the daily lifestyle of covering the markets. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Thanks again for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care.